Hi, good morning, students. This is Rajendra, an assistant professor of English in Government College, Chabra. I welcome you all in the e-content. My dear students, today we will discuss about one of the genre which is related to poetry, entitled Elegy. An elegy is an expression of grief. It is a song of mourning. It was originally the form of poetry on the subject of sadness, especially complaints about love. But nowadays, the word normally refers to the poems written on the subject of death of someone or great loss of any kind. So we can say this is a type of poetry. Initially, it was a poem that was written on the subject of sadness. Now it has been shifted to death or any great kind of loss. So earlier it was related to the love, now it is related to death. Or any kind of loss. It may be national, it may be related to human being, it may be related to human property, it may be related to national property, whatever. LGs are of two kinds. As you know, we have two things. Some things are related to ourself, means personal, and some things are related to others, means impersonal. And we human beings are social creature, so we have passion for other people also. So there are two types of elegy. One, personal elegy. Second, impersonal elegy. Now I would like to talk about personal elegy. You know what is the meaning of personal? That is related to you or someone, your family member, your friend, and so on. So, in a personal elegy, the poet laments the death of some close friend or relative. In this poem, the poet remorse over the death of someone, lament over the death of someone, or any personal kind of a loss. For example, you lost something, the poet becomes sad and he laments over that, he remorse over that. That kind of elegy is called personal elegy. On the other hand, in impersonal elegy, in which the poet gives over human destiny, grieves over human destiny or some aspect of the contemporary life and literature. So, what is the subject here? Here, subject is a human destiny or any aspect of contemporary life and literature, any aspect of nation. In this way, we get his philosophy of life and death. Such. Through this genre, the poet expresses his philosophy, his thoughts or her thoughts about death, any kind of personal loss. Rugby Chapel, for example, is a personal elegy. Here is an example, Rugby Chapel, or you can say elegy written in country churchyard is also a personal elegy. In that elegy, the poet expresses grief over the death of his friend, his close friend, in which the poet mourns the death of his father. In Rugby Chapel, the poet expresses his grief over the death of his father. It shows Arnold's elegiac genius at its best. So, this is an elegy written by Matthew Arnold, one of the modern, or we can say Victorian poet, art writer. Now, I would like to talk about some characteristics of elegies. Elegy refers to reflective poems that lament the loss or death of someone or something. So, this is a reflective poem. It reflects grief, sadness over the death or loss of someone or something in Greek and Roman times. So, where does it originate? Elegy writing initiated in the ancient Greek and Greece and Roman times. So, here I am talking about we are going to know about the perception or meaning of elegy in Greek and Roman. It referred to any poem composed in elegiac meter. Initially, this was a form of poetry. There was not any particular subject for this. Any piece of writing composed in the elegiac meter, that is called elegy. Elegiac meter is constructed in alternating dactylic hexameter and pentameter lines. So, what is the composition of meter of elegy in the ancient times? Dactylic, hexameter, or pentameter? Alternatively, one line is related to dactylic hexameter, next line is composed in the form of dactylic pentameter. We would discuss about all these things in the separate class. What is hexameter, what is pentameter, what is tetrameter, what is couplet, etc., and what is dactylic, what is iambic. Okay. During Elizabethan times, elegy referred to love poems. Here, subject has been changed, and it was totally related to the love. And everything written during the Elizabethan time basically based on the love. The most favorite theme of the poets and most favorite theme of the dramatists was love. Thomas Gray's Elegy in a Country Churchyard is a famous English elegy when Gray expresses the sorrowful feelings which arise in his mind on seeing the grave of the poor country people buried near the church. So, this is impersonal elegy. Elegy in a country churchyard. Here the poet is sitting in the country churchyard and he is expressing his laments, his grief over the people who have lost their lives and now buried in the graves. Now, since the 17th century, elegy has typically been used to refer to reflective poems that lament the loss of something or someone, although in Elizabethan times it was also used to refer certain love poems. Elegies written in English frequently take the form of pastoral elegy. So, the background of the poem is of pastoral, not urban background, pastoral elegy, but now the word elegy normally refers to the poems written on the subject of death of someone or great loss of any kind. It may be pastoral elegy, it may be, uh, you know, impastoral elegy, it may be related to someone, some urban area. Modern elegies like Break, Break of Alfred Lord Tennyson do not follow the many and strict conventions of the classical pastoral elegies. Here you are being given an example: Break, 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 and Alfred Tennyson's elegy, which do not follow the many and strict conventions of the classical pastoral elegies, but they contain the elements of beginning with mourning and ending with a state or implied consolation. So here one thing we have able to know is that initially the poet expresses his grief, laments, and finally you would be finding that the poet is trying to console it. In Tennyson's present elegy, the speaker seems to be uh, consoled by the idea of having his grief lightened by expressing it. So, thus, here we have discussed about elegy and types of elegy. There are two types of elegy: personal elegy, impersonal elegy, and another type of elegy is nowadays is pastoral elegy, and some elegy is written in the urban background. Personal elegy is related to the personal grief, and impersonal elegy is related to the public grief, grief related to the human beings, grief related to the national international property. And here we have been talked about a special meter that has been used in the elegies, that is dactylic hexameter and pentameter alternatively. So it is enough for today. Thank you. And finally I would like to say, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you would be able to get notification as soon as some new videos would be uploaded here. Thank you.